Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Inside Leatherneck Athletics. My name is Joshua Gleason and today I'm joined by men and women's tennis coach Chris Kane. Coach Kane, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you for having me today.
And Coach Kane, you guys have started off the season on the men's side so far 2-8, including losing your last two in a row. But part of that is playing such a difficult non-conference schedule, including playing ranked teams Wisconsin and Drake earlier in the year. How do you believe playing such a difficult non-conference schedule helps you to prepare for the conference?
Well, I think that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to play very tough competition so we see what it's like to play the best teams, and helps you win close matches when you play such tough players before you get into the conference schedule. It's also good for recruiting. In that vein, we've added Notre Dame to our schedule. We're going there to play next year, my alma mater. And then also my assistant coach, Michigan Washington, I'm getting on him to get Michigan State on our schedule. So we want to play the top teams in the country, and that only helps recruiting. Recruiting is very competitive, of course, and the players that you want to play the best teams. They don't want to play lesser teams, and I think you have to play a schedule like that to get the best players.
Now, your team has lost 4 players this year due to various reasons, including your number 2 singles player, Mandela Shepard. How do you believe these losses have affected your team so far, and how frustrating are they for you as a head coach?
Well, it's been very frustrating, I'll be honest with you. I've been a head coach 13 years, and I've never had anything close to this. 4 of our 6 players are out for the year, and so 2/3 of my team is gone. What we've tried to do is have players from our student body come in, and they're playing at the bottom 3 positions of our 6 players. That's difficult, though, and also our top 3 players are playing way out of position. So it's quite a challenge to our team. The positive of it is that we're giving some players a chance to play, and they're really doing quite well. I'm pleased with their quality of play. I just don't really like what position they're playing in because the competition is a little rough for them.
And one of those guys is Patrick Hammers, who's now playing the number 1 singles position. Can you describe his play a little bit for me?
Yeah, Patrick is a great addition to our team. He's a tremendous athlete. We start with that. He covers the court very well. He can play a lot of different styles. He can stay out there and for 3.5 hours and run everything down. He can hit a big shot as well. He can volley. He's a very, very fine player. He was all conference last year at number 3 singles. He's playing number 1 now due to our injuries, and also due to his improved play. He's a much improved player since I came here. So he's a great addition to our team. We want to build our team around Patrick.
And 2 of the guys I've had to step up are Ben Yu and Jim Capalbo. How do you believe they've responded to the responsibility that's been put on their shoulders?
Well, I think they've done a great job. Ben played number 7 last year, and he's playing number 2 now. Okay, 7 isn't even in the starting lineup. So you can imagine the jump he's taken. Ben is very close to being 500 on the year. He's had a lot of singles wins as compared to some other players. So Ben has done a great job. It's given him the opportunity. He's an improved player. That's part of why he's playing better. Jim is a grinded out kind of guy. He's out there for 3.5 hours, and he's got to stay on the court and make you beat him. Jim is playing up about 3 spots too, but he's a great competitor. He's our captain, and he's a great guy to have on our team.
Now you played at the University of Notre Dame, one of the teams that you added to the schedule for next year, as the number 1 singles and number 1 doubles player, and your enthusiasm is really evident during practice. How much of that do you believe carries over from your playing days?
Well, I think it carries over a lot from my playing days. I personally think it's important for a team to have a coach who was really a player, didn't read a book on tennis, because there are a number of them out there. But I think I've been through what these players go through. I've been out there when I couldn't hit a ball to save my life, and I know how they feel when that happens. I've also had days where the ball looked like a beach ball and just wonderful. So I know what they go through, and I think I relate to the players well because of that, and I think we have mutual respect for each other.
That's always beneficial when your coach can really connect with the players in a way like that.
Yeah, we have a good relationship on our team. I think they respect my background, and I respect their attitude. I like the fact that last year when we played in the conference semifinals and we lost in a 4.5 hour match, that I had guys crying on the court. I kind of like that, even though I'm not particularly in love with them crying, but I like to see how much it mattered to them.
Now, we mainly talked about the men's team, but you also coach the women's team. Now, how complicated can it be being in charge of both of those programs?
It can be very complicated, in fact. We have different schedules, we have different travel, we have different practices. So when January comes around, I don't even know where I've been from one weekend to the other. You could ask me, where were you last weekend? I wouldn't remember. So I know it's somewhere. So it's very complicated. And you know, we have to coach them and encourage them. The women, I wasn't left with a lot of talent, so we have to rebuild, and players I have on the team work hard at their game. They're dedicated, and I'm very proud of them too.
Now, you're also known as a great recruiter, and you currently have a few verbal commitments for the upcoming class, which sign day is on April 14th. How do you believe the recruiting class looks so far?
Well, I can't specifically comment on any recruit, but I will say that I think it looks excellent. Men are a little easier to recruit because women have a lot of scholarships, and there's a lot of competition in that regard. So men, I think, are looking very strong, and women, I'm burning the midnight oil on them too, believe me.
Do you think it's all going to be enough to reach your eventual goal of winning a Summit League championship?
Yes.
Yes. That's definitely good to hear. And you guys begin conference play this Sunday against IPFW. You guys were picked 4th in the preseason poll. What's your own personal outlook for how you think the team's going to do?
Well, I mean, when those choices were made, I would have picked us at least 4th, if not better. You know, I think we had a good team going out there. We're certainly shorthanded, but it's winnable. And we're going in there with the idea of winning these 2 matches, place IPFW and then South Dakota State the next day.
Well, thanks a lot for your time, Coach, and good luck with the conference play coming up.
Okay, thanks very much, Josh.
That's all the time we have for you today on Inside Leatherneck's Athletics. Thanks a lot to my guest, Coach Kane, and the viewers for watching. For the entire crew here on Inside Leathernecks, I'm Josh Gleason, signing off.